My mic was definitely not muted. Hello, chat. How's it going? Hopefully well. This is my first time saying it. Hello. We're back. We're playing more World at War, classic zombies, just because I feel like it. No other reason. I want to. So I am. I think that's the best reason, to be honest. Professional streamer. Look. It wasn't on the hardware side, it was on the software side. Okay, I can blame OBS on this one. My microphone was off in OBS. So, you know, not entirely my fault. Not totally my fault. Yeah, that's about it. We're zombies gaming. That's what we're doing. I specifically have an urge to play Numa. Probably my favorite. Well, Numa is probably like the least talked about World at War map, but also my favorite map to run. I don't think it has the pure fun factor of like a Darius, but there's something about Numa that I just thoroughly enjoy.
I have one badass killing machine.
I never have a bad time running it. Maybe it's because the map is so broken. In a good way. Like in the player's favor sort of way. There's your head. Oops. If I could not shoot the wood, that would be great. Real question, M14 or Olympia? If there are any Olympia gang members in chat, what are you doing? What are you doing? Also, was it daylight savings in Europe?
Headshot. Too bad we ain't keeping
Was that
score.
today? Because it definitely wasn't here. Your guys is normally a bit before ours.
Hey, freak sack, you lose something?
Oh, wow, you got close. No judgment, Olympia gang. We won't harm you.
Another day of kicking ass.
The mods won't. I might. I had 2 a.m. twice this morning. Oh. So that means ours is in like 2 weeks? Wait, but we gained an hour this time, right? Right? We have a 25-hour day? I think we do.
Oh, shit. I think its skull just hit next week.
Shit.
Big lead pus bag.
Clock goes back. Sweet. Oops. I'm not a coward, Olympia. This is one of those situations where there is a wrong answer.
Freak sacks.
You know, a lot of the time in a game like this, it is a subjective thing. But there's just a right and a wrong on this. There is.
Fucking boom, freak bags.
I will not say which. Nickel. I would rather not use the Panzer Shrek.
Oh, this is gonna turn him into red mist.
The PPSH is way better than the Panzer Shrek. Thank you, Box. God bless the mystery box. We love the mystery box.
He's a lot prettier without a head.
It's It's nice to be back on Numa. I love Numa, personally. The the map layout is a bit fucky. And not great. But I don't know, there's something about this map. I just always enjoy playing it. It might be that it's broken. It definitely could be that it's broken. And if you don't know why it's broken, you just stick around. You'll see. Patience. Why are they spawning on the other side? Okay. I've been trying to play Halo 2 Vista with Project Cartographer. Why not just play MCC Halo 2? Why are you trying to play Vista specifically? We'll play it the way it was intended? What do you mean? Like accurate to the original, you mean? Oh, there we go. Streamer, yes. What is it? Did you know? Did I know? You can refight the super boss in Rebirth? I did not know this. I did not know. Vista is as accurate as it can get for PC. Chat, who's gonna tell him? Oh, can't refight. Sorry. You can't refight him. Or her. I don't know. I don't know. But the who's gonna tell him is that Halo 2 Anniversary, the version that's in MCC, is built off of the Vista port. It is the Vista port that's in MCC. They also use the PC version of CE in MCC. That's also the Gearbox port, which is why CE was mega fucked until they actually went in and patched it up, like, by hand years later. Under Pierre's leadership, once he came in at 343. Or, sorry, not came in, once he got promoted at 343 and took over the MCC project.
What in the world is a root beer shelf?
What would the difference be? There is no difference. It is the Vista port that's in MCC. Is a bit different from the Gearbox port, only because they fixed it up now. But it is the Gearbox port. How so? Like CE being fucked, you mean? It was nothing with the gameplay, it was all visual stuff, but like the Gearbox port of Halo CE, mainly when it comes to like visual effects, was really broken. So like a lot of the really fancy, cool shit that they were able to do on the Xbox never came over to the PC version. And it stayed that way. Let's see, MCC came out in 2014. It didn't come to PC. CE didn't come to PC until 2020. And then after it came to PC, they went back to patch it up and make it look more accurate to the Xbox version. So it took them like 6 or 7 years to fix up the CE port that is in Master Chief Collection. No, it was 2014. Halo 5 was 2015. Sorry, the face is quick revive. I was hoping for Jug. I was hoping to not have to open up the other hut. But I can live with it, I guess. Only because spawns are faster in the area I like to train if you don't open up the hut for that branch. So you kind of hope that double tap or quick revive spawns there. Because you really only need Jug and you don't even need Speed Cola, but you want it. Double tap and quick revive you straight up don't need on Shino. World at War Shino, at least. CE Anniversary Chief's helmet looks so bad. I mean, CE Anniversary is kind of known. We can say that Halo 5 will never be put on PC. I don't think it ever will be, no. Only because, what's it? Like, it has such a bad reputation that even if they did do it, they probably assume that most people just wouldn't care to buy it. And to be honest, most people probably wouldn't care to buy it. I would, just so that I don't have to play it on Xbox again. Like, even though I don't really like Halo 5, I would buy a port of it on PC just to complete the collection and have it all, you know, on the better platform. Sorry, not sorry. But I think from like a business standpoint, it just doesn't make sense for them to do it, you know? He's gonna use my other gun on insta-kill. Swapped and saw the Arasaka name pop up. Why am I still carrying it? Why have I not swapped it out? I guess I might as well just get my Jug now, but what am I doing? I never thought it looked bad. I don't think it looks bad, but the thing is, like, it doesn't look like Halo CE is more the issue with it. And I do think Chief's armor looks bad. I agree on that one. I think that Chief got really fucked up on Anniversary. But in general, I don't think it looks terrible. It just doesn't really look like Halo CE is the thing. Which a lot of people are saying about the campaign evolved thing right now. I feel like the campaign evolved thing is already at the point of being so, like, overhated and overly nitpicked. It's kind of wild. If anyone has seen the discussion about it on Twitter, it's crazy. One guy just tweeted like a screenshot of the assault rifle and the pistol and said, "How do they keep fucking this up?" And literally no one knew what he was talking about. And just started clowning on him. They're like, "Those are literally what the guns look like in the original. What the fuck are you talking about?" And he never like elaborated or explained it. It just, that was it. He just posted screenshots of the guns and was like, "What the fuck is this?" And everyone was like, "What is what? That's what those guns look like in CE. What are you talking about?"
Those don't sound like freak bags.
People hate it. I think the Halo community is just so like overly jaded at this point that even the thought of them remaking Halo CE was enough to get a negative reaction regardless of what it looked like, to be real. Like, I don't think they could have done anything that the Halo community would have received well, if that makes sense. I weirdly don't want the Browning. I would rather run around with a Thompson. One thing I love about Shino is how fast it is. Coming off of playing a bunch of Noct last time, and I love running Noct, but man, just like hopping on for 10 minutes and being at round 12 is great. I love the good zippy pace of Shino. Oh. There's still people who wouldn't get it with context. He literally wasn't even like making any point. He was just posting the guns and saying, "What the fuck is this?" Or no, I think, sorry, it wasn't "what the fuck is this." It was, "How do they keep fucking this up?" When like these new models that were in the trailer and showcase are like the most accurate versions of them that we've seen since Halo CE. Like even CE Anniversary had less accurate models of both of those guns compared to the original.
Those freak bags are gonna eat lead and die.
So people are just so confused.
Oh, I know you are laughing at me, motherfucker. How freaking sweet is that?
Is he get clowned on when I said Shino was my favorite map? It's my favorite to play in World at War. No way I die here. What have I done? I'm running it back. The AR has 32 bullets. Yeah, I think it's because the SMG is probably in the game. That's my theory. And that we just don't know that yet because they're not like detailing that in full yet. I could run that back, or I... Round 12 was chill. No, I was saying, what's it? I like being able to just boot up the map and get past, like, the first 10 rounds really quickly.
That meat bag went down like a bag of ammo.
It's the best version of each map. Most of the time, the World at War version. Like with Noct, Verruct, and Shino, I would say the best of each of those is World at War. Derice, I think the best version is BO1. Because you'll have to do it again. Yeah, I might as well have just played Noct in terms of pacing. We'll be at the same round at about the same time. Would it be fair to say 343 has no good Halo game? I wouldn't say that's fair, no. Because I think Halo 4's campaign is good. I just don't like its multiplayer. But I think the campaign is super overhated. Like, overly criticized and everything. I don't think it's great, but I think it's way overhated. I think it's good. I think Infinite's campaign is good, and I think Infinite's multiplayer is great. And Infinite's multiplayer was always great. It just only had like 8 maps and like 4 modes when it came out. And that was the issue with Infinite. And even Halo 5, the campaign is terrible, but Halo 5's multiplayer was fantastic. It was so good. So I don't really think any of them are like bad games or even bad Halo games. I think they just all have very glaring weaknesses, with those weaknesses being different with each game, which is kind of crazy. But Infinite apparently, from what we've heard in interviews and stuff, like anonymous interviews, granted, people who aren't supposed to be talking about this stuff, but who are anonymously. Apparently, with Infinite, it wasn't even just the contract work that really fucked that game over, development-wise, but it was also the new engine that they made for it, which is also allegedly why they moved to Unreal now. Apparently, that Slipspace engine was total dog shit to work within. Like, just near impossible. It took forever to train employees on it and stuff. And then they were doing the contract work bullshit. You had to be there, because today, literally no one plays it. Is that true? Is it, like, dead if I went to try to play it now? So that's kind of sad, if it is. Granted, I stream, so... If we're able to even get matches of Ace Combat 6 going, we could get matches of Halo 5 going if we wanted to. That is one of the benefits. I hold the power to revive dead games. Just be like, hey, we're gonna stream it. I could just set up a day, be like, we're all playing Halo 5, and people would show up for it. It's like a superpower. I can just run a small event and get people on the game for a day at least. Oh, the Type 100? This is a Shino Numa. Oh, no, this is on Darius too, my bad. It wasn't on Noct or Verruct, though. I was going to say this is a Shino Numa only gun, but it's not. It's on Darius. And the only reason I remember that is because as I was saying it, I was like, no, you can pack-a-punch this gun. Catch me on Quake? Dude, that would be a good one to do, actually. Fucking get all the boys on Quake 3 for an afternoon. That would be crazy. A Quake 3 revival would be nuts. What if they port Halo 5 and bundle it with Campaign Evolved? I don't think they will. That probably would be the best way to, like, port it over without worrying about it just flopping. Would be to, like, bundle it with something else that people will actually enjoy. But, apparently, with Campaign Evolved, they're bundling it with some standalone multiplayer offering that we just haven't heard about yet. Or I don't know if they're bundling it with it, or because allegedly it's free to play, so they're just gonna launch like on the same day or whatever, is what the rumbling is. But they have some like free to play standalone multiplayer offering coming along with it that we're assuming will be like on the same day, or at least around the same general time. They should add it to MCC for like 20 bucks or something. I remember way back, because I played MCC at launch, right? Like a lot, because I loved Halo. I still kind of love it, but Halo gets kind of hard to play the same games you've been playing for like 20 years.
Unless you take my guns, I wouldn't laugh, asshole.
Anyway. Watch it be an infinite update? No, it's apparently some new standalone that we just don't know what it is yet. But yeah, MCC, back when it first came out, was just Halo's 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Didn't have ODST or Reach at launch. Reach came way later, and I think most people know that. But a lot of people seemingly don't know that ODST was added in, like, I think like a year after, like around the time that Halo 5 was about to release, they added ODST, and it was like a $5 DLC. And then at some point, I think with the Halo Reach update, they bundled them together. I don't know when that happened, though. I have no idea when they actually just made ODST part of the standard offering. But back when it first came out, it was a paid DLC. But it was only like $5, since it was just the campaign. Oh, and Firefight, not just the campaign. My bad. Speed Cola again. First hut.
Dude, I love bossa nova.
Let's see how this goes. But no, I think a lot of the 343 games get way too much shit. I don't think any of them are like fantastic by any means. But I think all of them get way more shit than they deserve. And a lot of it is kind of like Bungie fanboyism. I mean, just even like the switch up on Halo Reach after like Halo 4 came out was crazy. Because Reach was fucking hated by Halo fans for the most part. Obviously, it had people who enjoyed it, like any game, but the general take on Reach back when it came out was that it was shit. And most people just went back to play Halo 3. But nowadays, everyone is like, oh no, Reach was so peak. I always loved Reach.
Yeah, that's right.
Happened way before Halo 4? No, it didn't. Because it only happened after Title Update, which was after Halo 4's release. Or sorry, no, Title Update, my bad, came along with CE Anniversary. Never mind. So it might have been before, but it was only just before. Because keep in mind, Halo Reach and 4 were only like 2 years apart. Like in that 3-year span, Reach came out at the end of 2010. And then CE Anniversary came out a year after. And that was 343's first project. And that's also when they went back and fixed Halo Reach. And then Halo 4 came out end of 2012. But when Reach came out, holy fuck. It was so hated. Like, and a lot of people don't talk often about this either, but Reach, Halo was the biggest esport for a long time. Halo was like the esport until Reach. And Reach wasn't the game that totally killed Halo's competitive scene long term, but it lost that position with Reach because the game became so much less interesting from a competitive standpoint, and most of the pros just refused to play Reach. They just wouldn't even do it. They were just like, no, I'll wait for the next one, and then the next one ended up being Halo 4, and that was basically what killed competitive Halo. At least for a while after. Halo 4 finished the fight of killing competitive Halo. That was also what made Halo 4's multiplayer such an anomaly at the time. Was like certain Affinity got to make that multiplayer. And they picked it up and they basically were just like, yeah, you know, Halo is like the premier esport. Maybe not right now, but it was. It could easily go back to it again if we just made it like that again. Like made it in that classic style. But what if we didn't do that? And what if we tried to make it like COD? What if? And that's what they went with. And it was bad. It was really not good. Was absolutely flawed on launch. Reach is still flawed post-title update. It was way worse pre-title update. Because, especially, bro, the bloom. This is one of my favorite things about title update. You guys know how much title update reduced the bloom in Halo Reach? People still complain about the bloom to this day, right? People still are like, oh my god, the bloom in Reach makes the guns so unfun to use. title update reduced bloom across the board. They did further like per weapon tuning, but the sweeping change that they made to all guns was a 60% reduction in bloom. And people still complain about it now, but they legit, the bloom for the first year of Reach being out was more than twice as aggressive as it is post-title update. It was really strong bloom. Like, it was legit, you fired one DMR shot, you had to wait. You had to let your reticle go back in. Post-title update, it's like you fire 2 or 3, you have to take a little pause. On launch, it was legit, you fire 1 shot, you have to pause. Unless you just want to gamble it. It was so bad. The fact they reduced it by 60% across the board means it was very bad. Why did they let it slide? Some guns, they reduced it more. I think the needle rifle got an 80% reduction. Because now the needle rifle, like post-title update, is basically a no bloom rifle. Like effectively, there's basically no bloom on that thing. I need to get Jug. I'm fucking around too much, trying to spin for the box weapons. And honestly, I have Waff and a Thompson. I can just use these. I don't even know why I was still spinning. To be real, I'm only just realizing I should have just been happy with this. Like, I could get a PPSH again, but I don't need one. Where's my Jug? It was a massive overcorrection for the superiority of guns like the BR. Yeah, and it's so weird because, like, that was a problem that didn't need fixing, you know? Like, headshot weapons being the dominant go-to tool in the sandbox was kind of what made the sandbox interesting to begin with. Like, you had a high skill floor, I guess, like, go-to weapon. And then everything else within the sandbox was situational. Like, it would be the best option under this specific circumstance. But other than that, like, generally, you would use the, like, high skill, accuracy-based weapons, right? I just Googled the bloom, what bloom was, and that shit is kind of lame. You see the launch state bloom, like, prior to 343 reducing it. Because, God, that was crazy. And that's something that no one ever gives 343 credit for. Bro, 343 fucking saved Halo Reach with title update. Like, just the state of the game, the balance of it, everything. 343 were the ones that went in and fixed up Reach and saved it. Bloom, like, lighting? No, the mechanic. Where, like, you fire a DMR shot and then you have to wait, because if you fire one again right away, it's going to be less accurate. That shit was awful at launch. It's still kind of annoying, but it was so much worse. Oh, I just did a speedrun trick that I forgot existed. I did it by accident. The weapon swap, like, insta perk buy in World at War. I totally forgot that was a thing. All right, I don't need quick revive, so I don't have to open the hut. Imagine I die there. Oops. Oops.
I'm gonna need a clip soon. You're going back to hell, maggot sack.
We knife the perk? Oh, in BO6, you mean? Oh. Getting 2 hits to test Jug? Yes, that's why I did it, yes.
How freaking sweet is that?
Alright, I'm kind of chill now. I'm kind of set now. I also like how Reach's AR looks, but in general, I think that something that's really weird with Reach was them trying to make a lot of the equipment and stuff look significantly older than what we saw in the rest of the like main trilogy. When Reach took place like legitimately right before Halo CE's opening. Granted, it took place over the course of like 3 months, I believe it is, but lore-wise, it's really weird. It never made much sense once you were like, wait a minute, why does everything look so much older when this is only taking place like right before Halo CE? And then it's almost like, okay, if the Pillar of Autumn took off from Reach, loaded with equipment from Reach, then why does everything look so much newer in Halo CE as well? I like the aesthetic of Reach a lot, but once you realize that, it's really odd. And there's other lore stuff in Reach. Reach retconned a lot of existing lore, but why is the AR clip reduced to 32? We don't know this for sure, but my theory, DS, since they said they're adding 9 new weapons and they only listed 3 of them, I'm assuming that the SMG is in there. And the SMG is 60 rounds because in Halo 2, when they introduced the SMG, it was a reskin of the assault rifle. All of the stats were the same as the CE assault rifle. It just looked different. Like they changed the aesthetic of it, basically. So my theory is that the AR is fitting its more modern role and the SMG is there to fill like the classic bullet hose role. Holes. But we don't know until we know what all 9 of those weapons are. So far, they only mentioned the 3 being energy sword, battle rifle, and what's it? What were they? Energy sword, battle rifle, and needle rifle. Those were what they said. The 3 like new weapons they confirmed already. But there are 6 other weapons, all of which are like existing Halo weapons. They said, we're not making anything new. We're just adding in other weapons from the franchise that are iconic and that like lore-wise would have been there. So I'm assuming the SMG is probably there and filling like the 60 round bullet hose role. And that's why the AR is 32.
My favorite kind.
The DMR is pretty likely, I feel like. Although I don't know if we need the DMR and the battle rifle. This is kind of my spicier new Halo take. We don't need both. We really don't. Especially, like, I think in Halo 5 it was fine, where they made the DMR a little harder to use than the battle rifle, but had a faster time to kill as the trade-off. That was fine, but like Halo 4 and Halo Infinite, where their time to kill is like identical and they just become a matter of preference, I feel like that's just kind of redundant. But I also can acknowledge that I'm a bit of a boomer in the way that I view Halo's sandbox, where I'm less like, I want to see cool, iconic stuff, and I'm more like, I want everything to have a defined role that no other weapon fills. Like, I want there to be a reason to use this over that in certain situations, right? In my opinion, that's part of what made the trilogy, or the original trilogy, age better than a lot of what came after it, especially Reach. Holy fuck, Reach has so many useless weapons, it's crazy. I go on this tangent all the time, but what the fuck, dude? Reach has so many guns that are like really cool, but why would I ever use it? Like, actually. Looking at you, Plasma Caster, like, why would I use that over a rocket launcher or a Spartan laser in any situation at all? Why would I?
This is gonna jack those freak bags up.
Reach hater hour? No, we're talking generally. Plasma bazooka thing is goated. It's so not. It's so shit. Like, against vehicles, it's worse than the rocket launcher and the Spartan laser. Like, you'll take vehicles out faster and easier with either of those. Against players, basically useless. You can make it work if you get lucky, but it's practically useless against players. Spartan laser is also useless against players, but you know it's not? Rocket launcher. That thing just kills anyone. Boom, one shot. I should have saved that. That's fine. We're playing Shino. It's a broken map anyway. I said I would get into why Shino's broken once we got there. It's because you get the Wonder Waff, you get set up, you start running around here with the trap and the Waff, and because of the old World at War spawn system, which this map still uses, because Derice was the one where they switched it over, you only get 24 zombies around in solo. The Wonder Waff kills 10 zombies a shot. If you group them up and get it to chain, it will kill 10 every time. So you can end every single round with 2 to 3 Wonder Waff shots, depending on drops and trap use and all that. 2 to 3. 3 in the worst case scenario. And every 5 rounds or so, you're gonna get a dog round, which is a guaranteed max ammo. So the rounds just start flying because you're just using the Wonder Waff to instantly, like, skip rounds practically. And you basically never run out of ammo because dogs keep you topped up every 5 rounds. So running Shino Numa gets really broken in solo. In co-op, nowhere near as broken. Still pretty easy, but not this stupid. Round 23. Gone. Missed the best Yakuza stream on all of the internet. Bro, we found something that no one had ever seen before in the slot machine. It was crazy. And we bowled the perfect game in the same stream. It was awesome. But we found something that not a single person had seen in the slot machine before because the odds for it are so astronomically low. I just got ridiculously lucky and happened to see it. And it kicked ass.
Yeah, that's right.
Dog round. I just got a max ammo too. This is the silly shit.
Got something for you.
This is why the games go so fast on Shino. It's got a good early game pace, and then the later rounds just start going like this too. don't have to worry about ammo at all. Also, I don't know how they nailed wonder weapon designs so well so early on in this series, but I love the Wonder Waff just design-wise. Such an awesome weapon. So cool. Probably wouldn't have happened on real hardware. It would have. Because we only played one sitting. Rounding error, I bet. Yeah. I don't think so. It's just a ridiculously low probability on the slot machine. And we also learned from Tibby Googling around to try to figure out what even happened because no one had seen it. He did figure it out, but that also led to us learning not only how rare it is, but that the machine we were playing on in-game is a real Pachi slot machine in Japan. And we found what the thing was by watching a guy explain all the mechanics and odds of the real-life machine. We invaded that dude's channel? No, you didn't. What did you do to him? Oh yeah, and the video was from a channel with like 80 subscribers, and the video itself had like 100 views and was years old. I was just sitting there going, Tibby, how the fuck did you find this? Such a cool weapon. I'm gonna use that nuke. This was prime, like, zombies leaning into its weird, like, alien technology bullshit. And it's peak. I love it. He even knows where the clit is? No, he doesn't. He can't. No one's ever found it. No one has ever found it. We're still a little early on for the nuke trick. I figured it would have killed more of them than it did. It's not that hard to find. Yes, it is. It's basically like non-existent. It's invisible. No one's ever even laid eyes upon it in the history of man.
This is gonna jack those freak bags up.
Please teach where? Oh, fuck, do I have 0 XP? I don't know. The YouTube XP thing is so, like, half-baked and weird. No one understands how it works. Oh, come on. I'm number 2 and I just got here, exactly. No one understands it. Oh, what?
I got the biggest wang in the West.
Hold on, ad break. There. Been here the whole stream and I don't have anything. It's because it's kind of shit. To be real. This is such a casual map to high round, it's crazy. I missed this. Just hopping on. Sitting here for... I have to think, like, I died, so like 30 minutes and being above round 30 already. That insta-kill is gonna make us fly through 32. Rounds start taking less than 30 seconds. It's crazy.
This is gonna jack those freak bags up.
I should have waited a bit longer. I had one left over afterwards. Oh, two. Still, if I had waited like 5 more seconds. How is it this broken? It's awesome in solo. It is so incredibly busted. Because like the spawns are still kind of hitting their max speed too. I think it's around like 45-ish. That the spawn rate is at its fastest in this game, if I remember right. So like their spawn rate picking up only makes it go faster. There's 34. What is happening? Completely normal things. Nothing is happening. Some people are being exposed to the wonders of Numa high rounds. The wonders of you basically show up and in 30 minutes you're above round 30. Give it another 10 minutes, we'll be on 50. Assuming I don't do something stupid and die.
Yeah, that's right.
I just like how fast it goes. Makes it fun. It's like the last time I streamed World at War, we went to like mid 40s on both Noct and Verruct in one stream. We're almost to mid 40s on Shino already. We basically just got here. It hasn't even been an hour. And I actually died and had to restart. Ever fancy doing Battlefield 6 with chat in the squad? Maybe? I don't know on Battlefield 6. I don't know like if I'll be streaming it more or not. I'd join if someone buys me the game. He's mastered the tactic. That insta-kill. That insta-kill was crazy. I love this map. Participation trophy, the map.
Son of a bitch.
I've tried that strat for years, never worked for me. I lost one shot in the WaW. It's over. I feel like the Wonder Waff is still one of the neatest wonder weapons, just like from a visual design standpoint. Like, obviously ray gun is iconic, and they've made some really cool looking ones over the years since, but just visually, like, the Wonder Waff is still one of the coolest looking ones. I swear. It can't just be me. Surely. Counterpoint baby gun. Baby gun is up there. I would say the wave gun is up there. Trying to think. Am I crazy to say the Crystal Axe from Cold War? I feel like that probably has to be, right? We take a first zombie dropping an insta-kill. We take those. You know, maybe the strat does work. Eventually, it always works, right? That is crazy, you think? I mean, have you seen it? Oh, I'm typing. I fat-fingered the chat button. I don't feel like it's that crazy. I think the Crystal Axe looks amazing. I feel like any of the bows from Derison could probably go up on that list. I would particularly say the Void bow looks amazing. I grabbed it too early again. Or not. I did not. I was wrong.
Oh, those don't sound like freak bags.
We zoom. Sorry, I'm still trying to think. Like, coolest just visual designs for wonder weapons ever. I would go like Wonder Waff, Baby Gun,
This is gonna jack those freak
Wave Gun. The Void Bow is probably up there. I think that is right. I would put it up there at least. They cooked with that one. Another insta-kill. I'm trying to not say the ray gun. I feel like the ray gun just is like default. Somehow they just nailed that design so well.
Time to kill.
Oh, Mark II, honestly, the Mark II also looked its best in BO4. I feel like I specifically have to mention the Alpha Omega Mark II. That thing looks gorgeous. That is a good pick. Raygun Mark II has to... Deadshot, I forget that happens in World at War and BO1. Fun classic zombies quirk when you fire the wonder weapon and nothing comes out. You're trying to rage bait me. Specifically, that version is gorgeous. And the BO6 one this year looked pretty good, but I still think that... Oh, of course. I still think that's probably the best it's ever looked, was BO4. And I'm not even talking like the specific versions, like just the base model, the base Mark II in that map looked gorgeous. Like the materials and everything, just perfect. It was perfect. Homelander clip right here. Oh, I forgot about the max ammo weirdness happening sometimes. Okay, this is another weird Shino thing that I did genuinely forget about until just now when I was like, wait, what? Sometimes on dog round, I don't know what causes it. I don't know if we know what causes it. Like nowadays we might. But the dogs won't actually give you the max ammo, and the first zombie that dies next round will drop it instead. It's a little weird. I genuinely don't know why. I feel like probably with how much the community understands all these weird quirks now, the answer is probably out there somewhere as to why that happens. But I don't know that answer. Remember when I said in 10 minutes we'll be on 50? And I said that approximately 11 minutes ago. I remember. Not even 50, retire. Mikkel's just here to keep me in check, that's all. He knows his role. He's just here to keep me from thinking I'm not washed.
This is gonna jack those freak bags up.
Oh no. That was almost really unfortunate timing too. I can't die immediately after Mikkel talks shit. Court jester looking at... Yeah, he's who's the philosopher? There was a philosopher who had a slave. You know, the olden times. He had a slave whose only job... this slave just followed him everywhere. And at random times would, like, whisper into his ear, "You're only a man." Who was that? One of the most insane things ever, to literally just have a slave there to remind you that you're just a normal dude and that you're not actually that great. He bought a whole ass person just for that. Who was that? Someone in chat probably knows. That was actually me. I guess the famous philosopher, well-known philosopher Mikkel.
Those don't sound like freak bags.
What the fuck kind of ego do you gotta have to need something like that? It's true though. I wish I could remember who. It's one of like the famous philosophers from way back. I just don't remember who. But bro he bought a whole person to just have him follow him around everywhere and like a few times a day just say that. Quasimodo.
This is gonna jack those freak bags up.
Marcus Aurelius. Is that right? That sounds right. On top of each other? Come on now. Google actually had an answer to that search query? Of course it did. It knew. It knew what you were talking about. I got so pissed that every now and again I'd starve him. Doing the one thing you keep him around for, and every once in a while you're just like, what the fuck? I'm not feeding you just for that. All right, the Bettys aren't gonna do much of anything at this point. Mid 50s. Tell him Memento Mori. Yeah, had a whole ass slave just to remind him that he is a normal human. If more people had dudes like that in their lives, we'd have less problems as a whole. Probably true. Like literally any politician, can we just get one for each of them? I think that would immediately alleviate a lot of issues for literally every country. I think every politician needs one. Real. Every single politician needs one. Just to remind them like, hey, you're just a normal ass person. You could die whenever. You're not that important. Just a normal dude.
No match for the U.S. Marines.
Force every politician to go on Twitter and search their name. Oh God. Could you imagine ego searching on Twitter as a politician? That has to be so miserable.
Yeah, that's right.
That actually has to be the worst. I think my comment section is bad on like YouTube. That's got to be so much worse.
This is gonna jack those freak bags up.
What do you guys think? Time prediction on time to round 70 at this rate? How long you guys think it'll take? Ooh. We're not getting there if I do shit like that.
On the floor.
Oh yeah, we're on round 59, all right. 4 full clips into the head, and then some body shots to kill him. 12 minutes, 20 minutes? I feel like 12 minutes is good. It's 2:11 my time zone right now. Going into 60. I was looking at chat. What is up with your comment section? Because stream chat is so chill and then your comments are insane. I don't know. Don't ask me. I think genuinely what it is just my comment section is more like general gaming community on YouTube. Whereas the stream chat is more like my community specifically. Deadshot. If that makes sense. Because I say it a lot, like the general gaming community is kind of miserable.
This is gonna jack those freak
Like even just You look at like every game that gets announced nowadays, and immediately, and no matter what game it is, like literally any video game on announcement, just go search it on like Twitter or Reddit, and you will find so many people just tearing at a new one immediately on first sight. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. Just the default response from the gaming community to any announcement these days is like overwhelming negativity. It could be Baldur's Gate 4, it would be the same thing. They're not making Baldur's Gate 4, but you get what I'm saying. Like, it could be the direct sequel to one of the most beloved games from recent years, and the response is going to be immediate, overwhelming negativity. That's just kind of the way the gaming community in general is now. RE6 comment section is peak. Yeah, RE6 comment section is pretty good. Just because you get such crazy takes in that comment section. Like, I love when I mentioned it and chat went and like sorted by new just to look at it. Immediately found, I like RE6 because it plays like Call of Duty, so I think it's fun. And everyone was just like, what? What is this take? I like it because it's like Call of Duty. One of these days, you got to do one of those responding to comments videos. Maybe. I don't know. I've kind of just made it a general rule to not respond to comments unless it's like a direct question that I want to answer. Because other than that, like, I'm just fanning flames if I ever respond to anything. Even if like that person that I'm responding to doesn't like respond in a negative way, there's always someone who comes across it and like freaks out about it. I've found it so much easier to just generally not reply to comments.
Hell yeah!
Your YouTube comment section is the Memento Mori slave. It basically is my Memento Mori slave, yes. If it was just my stream chat, it would basically be like an ego echo chamber, but the comment section, it keeps me in check. The nuke trick is working now. Spawns are fast enough where the nuke trick works. That's just a general World at War thing, and I love it. Or at least on the 3 maps that have this spawning system, that's a general World at War thing. Where you wait like 3 seconds after the round starts and then grab that nuke and it skips the whole round. It's awesome. Works on Noctverupt and Shino. Once you're past like 50, it works, generally. What? Okay, there's the World at War weirdness. Okay. What? Yeah. All right. Bruh, that's World at War shit. When people talk about the reason they don't like World at War, the thing you will always hear from people who don't like it is that it's buggy as fuck. And it is. I would have been right for sure. It would have been less, but that's some World at War shit. I'll take 66. I'm not washed. Okay? I'm not. You can't tell me I'm washed. If I do want to put my ego in check, though, I should play Derice. I'm going to play Derice. We changed things up. Yeah, the one map that doesn't have the same spawning system is Derice. They changed a lot of stuff on Derice. In terms of, like, core game. One of my favorite things about World at War, though, I talk about this pretty much every time I stream it, but what I love in World at War is the fact that they never patched the core game to be, like, uniform across all maps for some reason. So any changes that they were making to the mode in general are specific to each individual map in this game. Even like weapon balance in World at War Zombies is different from map to map. Which, for casual players, is probably terrible. But for people who like know the weird quirks, it adds so much weird personality to every single map in this game. Because like the one I talk about with weapon balance, whenever I bring this up, is the STG. Because the World at War STG has different stats in every single map in this game. It's on all 4 maps, and it performs differently on every single one. Derice, the STG is a beast on this map. Especially, you can pack a punch on Derice, so it's like, oh. But on Noct, it's kind of shit. And on Verrucht and Shino, it's somewhere in the middle. That's really bizarre. We couldn't get to 67. We cannot make 67 a funny number. Don't even do this to me.
Yeah, but like. Alright.
I forgot that was in there. There are new ones in there that have not played because the pool has gotten so large that I add a new one and it takes literal weeks for them to play on stream after I add them. And that's one of them. For a second, I was like, what even is this? And then as she started going crazy, I was reminded. I added that forever ago. Point being, that's the first time it's actually played out of the bot. And there are more that have never played, now that I'm reminded of that. So. False quote enjoyers are winning. It's really bizarre. It's bizarre because, what's it? This was in the age where they easily could have patched the game to make things uniform. But they just didn't. They let it go on like a map-to-map basis, and World at War is the only game they ever did that. Like every Zombies game undergoes some core systems changes or weapon balance or whatever throughout the season. World at War was no exception. But typically, like BO1 and on, they, when they would do those patches, it would apply to the maps that were already out as well. This game, that's just not the case. But like even, they patched Jug. They changed the behavior of Juggernog on the back end on Derice. And that's actually what led to the infamous Wonderwaff bug on Derice. That a lot of people to this day think is just a general World at War bug. Like if you zap yourself with the Wonderwaff, you lose your Jug. But it doesn't happen on Shino Numa. It's a specific Derice quirk because of the way they changed Juggernog to work on this map. There's a lot of weird shit like that in World at War. Memento Mori, false would go hard. My back today. It's fucked up.
I had my eyes closed that time.
I wonder if someone made a script for Plutonium World at War to randomize the characters every time you play. Like even in solo and 2-player, just in general actually, I guess. Because that would be a great quality of life thing. World at War, when they did add in the set crew, for those that don't know the weird quirks of it again, they bound, and it's on Verrucht as well with those characters, but it's more noticeable on Shino and Darius, where they have way more defined characters. They made it so that the character you would play as was dependent on like your player number in the lobby. So if you're player 1, you will always play as Tank Dempsey in World at War. Every single game, you will be Tank Dempsey if you are player 1. If you're player 2, you'll be Nikolai every time. And BO1 kind of has that system, but it's a little weirder. Because in BO1, it's all randomized on solo or local play. But in online play, it's... Or I think they patched it. I don't remember. It's the set character order again. But when I played BO1 on Plutonium with False and Owen, and I was like, oh shit, BO1 did have this quirk specifically for online and not for local play. I went and found a script for BO1 that randomizes it. On Plutonium, at least. You just drop it in, and it randomizes your characters in multiplayer every game. Like they would do in later entries, like BO2 and 3. So I wonder if there's one for World at War as well, since someone did it for BO1. Could be nice. I'm just saying. Because eventually I do get sick of playing as just tank. I want to play as Richtofen.
Great shot.
I never get sick of playing as Richtofen, to be clear. Or Nikolai. I never get sick of Nikolai either. I probably only get sick of tank because of World at War's quirk, to be fair. Maybe if I only ever played as Richtofen, I would eventually get sick of him. There's a chance it's true.
Raining lead on you, bus buckets. Dempsey's butcher shop is open for business.
Pop.
Hey, someone needs to clean up those freak bits.
I'm gonna go get my jug.
Don't fuck with
That scared the shit out of me. I saw him windmill. With no jug. That scared the hell out of me. Did you ever do the third person Easter egg? I don't even know what that is. I'm assuming it's a bug and not an Easter egg. Because I have no idea what that is.
You undead punks feeling lucky.
Is there some like mega OG shit that I don't know about?
Just in, Dempsey is a fucking badass.
This has also reminded me, this is like my monthly reminder, that Black Ops 6 added the ability to play zombies in third person. And no one used it. Because what the fuck? Why?
I'm Dempsey, and you are dead. You don't mess with a Marine.
Big points.
See you, maggot bag.
I want a ray gun, or a Wonder Waff, or a ray gun and a Wonder Waff. Could also work. Mystery box.
That's the way I roll.
I would take that too.
Slugs for
I'll take an MG42.
diet time.
That also works. I'm not gonna keep it like long term, but that does work for me. I'm gonna have to go run around for the double tap and for that teleporter door too.
Chew on that, maggot sex.
Getting a save file set up for the super boss is almost easier to do from a fresh file with like one hit KO on. Why is that? Why would that make it easier to set up?
Putting holes in flesh is one of my specialties. It's time for a little ass whooping.
Make it work. Because you can zoom through the game. Oh, wait. With one hit KO for you as well? Top 5 Spookies COD Zombies maps. Number 5. Zombies in Spaceland. Very spookies. False would enjoy Persona 5 Royal. False doesn't think she would. And, what's it? Her reasoning as to why she doesn't think she would like Persona is that she really, really hates the idea of playing as high schoolers and thinks that that's super weird. So she just is not interested. Which I guess is fair enough. Oh, it doesn't work. It does have to be a weapon swap. Mickle made me think. I was like, what if that does work here? Actually, do you get that? I mean, I do too. To be fair, she's generally just like finicky with stuff like that. She used to be entirely against the idea of playing games that took place in space. Because she just was like, no, I don't like space. Like, I just don't like space. And she would not play space games at all. If it took place in space, if you went to space, she didn't want to play it. She was like, nope, no space. She's finicky about stuff like that. You doubt what's an older game thing, Mickle? Oh, shit. Not gonna lie, now that I'm out of school, I also feel weird about playing as high schoolers. I mean, I don't hate the idea of it, like, to the point where I'm gonna be like, oh no, can't play at high school. Yeesh. That was a little sketchy. But, yeah, I'm not, like, there's no part of me that's like, oh yeah, high school setting? Sweet. Like, I have none of that. I miss high school. I had an awesome time. I mean, I miss it, and then I really start to think about it, like, whenever I do miss it, and I'm like, no, I really don't miss it. Because I remember all the good parts of high school, and what I don't remember is, like, going to class and everyone being up my ass about homework because I would never do homework. That was just like my being a terrible student in high school. I did not do homework, like, for any class ever. And if I did, it was because I had gone through and calculated what work I needed to do and what work I didn't need to do to pass. Which I did do for every class throughout all of high school. I went and did the math to figure out what I needed to do and what I didn't need to do. And I did as little as possible. 2.2 GPA. by the way, for my Americans who will know what that means.
I'm gonna rip shit up.
Kids, don't do that. But I did that. I did do that.
Get out of my way. Out of your depth, slackjaw.
Did I link this? I did link this. And immediately forget, apparently. No, no. Shit. I'll run it back. The box was screwing me, I tell ya. It was screwing me. It didn't want me to succeed. Actually, I might Google the character script thing. Memento Mori. I was trying to get the nuke. It didn't work out. I was, to be fair, maybe playing a little ballsy. Hold on, I'm gonna... Oh my god. Oh, what? There was one, but I opened the link and it's a 404. It's not found. The GitHub isn't there anymore. God damn it. Hold on. Someone has to have made it, right? I guess not. There's someone who like made a larger overhaul for World at War that like adds in all the guns from multiplayer to the box and adds like solo quick revive and fixes the jug glitch with the Wonder Waff under Reese. But no, they never, or at least I'm not finding a randomized character script. Even though one apparently did exist, the GitHub just isn't there anymore. Wayback Machine time? No, this is a random GitHub. It's probably not on there. Yeah. There's that big overhaul mod, but that's not what I'm looking for. Damn it. Did you try, though? Wayback Machine. Could be there. There's no way it's there. Ah, Wayback Machine has not archived that URL. It's not there.
Why don't someone go turn the power on?
It was a different time. It was a different time. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I kind of miss parts of it, but then, like, I would have to, you know, if I did hypothetically travel back to go through it again, I would have to, like, be in school again, you know? And I'm good, actually. I'm kind of chill about not being in school. Doesn't want me to explain the third person glitch. It's holding it.
You meatheads are too stupid to quit?
Proms, first dates, etc. Yeah, I don't know. I went to prom. Our second one got canceled because COVID. And it kind of sucked, to be honest. It wasn't that great. Troll didn't peak in high school. I didn't. That's also true. I think I'm in my peak, which is maybe why I don't miss it. But no, I don't know. I only had 2 first dates in high school, and one of them freaking sucked.
Not even close, freak bag. Oh, eat someone else, freak bag.
Second one worked out though. I had so much bullshit going on in high school, I wouldn't want to go back. The more that I think about it, the more I'm like, no. There were positives, but no. The wolf does not concern himself with having friends in high school. My friend group is also my friend group from high school, not my friend group from college, which I know is abnormal. But like, my friends from college, I don't really talk with much. Like on occasion, but almost never. My friend group that I have now is my friend group from high school. We were the ones who like kept in contact and still go like hang out. Like I went to the bar like a week and a half ago, and it was with one of my buddies from high school, who I still hang out with now. And it's weirdly easier to get him to go to the bar than to get him, on to like play a game. Because normally that's like the easy way to get to talk to someone. It'd be like, oh yeah, let's, you've been playing Battlefield 6, I've been playing Battlefield 6, let's play it sometime. It doesn't work with him. Even though we play all the same games consistently. Weirdly, just that never works. This is my last year of school, and if I don't study this year, my life is gonna be ruined. Bro, I did nothing my last year of high school. Like, genuine, that was the year especially that, like, all it was I just had to get, like, a 60% in every class, and that was it. And I did get, like, a 60% in every class senior year. Because my senior year, I got my acceptance letter for college on the Friday of my of my first week of my senior year in high school, because I did early application and they accepted it. So I was already accepted to like my first pick by the end of my first week of senior year, and I did nothing that year. Absolutely nothing. That was my biggest fuck off year, was my last year.
Raining brains around here.
I was doing nothing but fucking around that whole year.
Bullet to the brain. Hoorah.
I would stick my finger in your
Much
teeth.
appreciated.
Why? Bye, chat. Goodbye, hot sauce. Oh, I'm running into a wall because I thought it was open already. But you fucking around for a year? That's all I did for a year. Not fucking around like that. I was taken. Not like that. Just I did nothing. Like, me and my buddies would go out to lunch, like, off campus every day. Because we were allowed to as seniors. Our school was weird with the going out for lunch thing, like eating off campus. They were like, no, you cannot go off campus for lunch unless you're a senior. In which case, seniors are allowed to. You just have to check out at the front desk on your way out, check back in on the way back in. That was it. So like, it would just go to the receptionist, be like, I'm leaving. They'd be like, okay. You come back, you're like, I'm back. They're like, okay. That was it. Is that the No Child Left Behind thing you have in the US? What's the No Child Left Behind thing? I don't even know what it is. But point being, we would go out to lunch every day, like even if it was just like going to the gas station, which we did a lot. We would go get food at the gas station down the road because it was cheaper than the cafeteria food and it was better. So we would go out every single day, and bro, I would like always I would always come back late pretty much every day. And just it did not matter. Nothing about my senior year mattered at all. I just had to pass and like not get expelled, and I was fine. So I was terrible my senior year. I did nothing at all. I am like the shining example of do as I say, not as I do. I would never recommend doing something like that, but that is absolutely what I did. And my ex, who I was with at that time, this is always the funnier detail to throw in, was our class valedictorian. She was like the uber greatest student ever. Perfect attendance, perfect scores, all advanced classes, and then I was me. That's always the funnier detail to add in. Also helped me to not do anything my senior year. Yeah, dude, the last like 2-3 months when we were on lockdown, like all online, bro, I did even less. Like we were doing our lectures in Zoom, and me and my buddies, you know, we would be in the Zoom call in the lectures, but you know what else we were doing? Playing Call of Duty Warzone in a Discord call the entire time. We were not listening. We were not actually there. Our names were on the list. I did have the application open and was present, but I was not listening. I was not. What's our highest World at War round? Back in the day, back when I was in my prime. Not now, where I'm washed. It was something stupid on Numa. I don't even know what it was. Because ZWR took down all the old records a few years ago, except for like world records. I was on there somewhere on every map other than Doris. I didn't have a record on Doris because I'm shit at Doris. Always have been. To be fair, I never really bothered to learn it, but I have no idea. It was something stupid. In the thousands, kind of stupid. Because, you know, Numa. Ooh. That weird bounce where I came off the ground. What the fuck was that? God bless the bugginess of World at War, man. Boot my PC up, hear my name called, then set an alarm for until the lesson was over. Yeah, that basically, like, we would go in there, not play a match or anything until, like, attendance had been done and we were, like, here. And then as soon as we were marked present, we were just playing Warzone because it had literally just come out and was free to play and cross-platform and really fun when it was brand new like that. So we were not actually in class. Like, we were there, but we were not paying attention. We were gaming. That's why me and, like, my whole friend group that I played with, at least the 4 of us that normally ran in squads, who were, like, all in our classes together and everything, we were top 1% for Warzone wins, like, for the duration of COVID. Because we just played all day during class. Box went in there again. Why? Also played a lot of Dark Souls during my classes. Dark Souls during class is crazy. Grinding CS or Warzone? Like Counter-Strike CS, Mickle? Or CW? COVID? No, Cold War wasn't out. I was like, Mickle was a big Cold War grinder, but no, it wasn't out yet. You play Counter-Strike? Which other CS is there? That's the one, but like I've never known you to be a Counter-Strike player. Like ever. I don't feel like this has come up at any point. Since when do you play Counter-Strike? Or did you, I guess? I hate this hallway so much.
Not even close, freak bag. Not even close, freak bag.
My school just gave us a bit of homework, told us what to study until the end of the year. No, we had the virtual lectures and they were awful. I was never into CS like that. Oh, okay, that's why. Played a bunch of Armored Core 1 emulated on my school computer during lunch in some classes. It's kind of based for that, I'm not gonna lie.
I'm gonna light 'em up.
I should not be spinning mid-round. This is how the last game ended, like on 12. I take it back, I got the PP.
Hey, someone needs to clean up those freak bits.
I take it back, we're spinning mid-round. It's working.
Don't you puss bags get the idea yet? Hell yeah, that was sweet. Bar, my favorite.
The bar.
Its arm fell off. Told you I wasn't on the menu.
He only likes it because it's American, it's shit. Why is he the only playable character in World at War? It's because they made it, in World at War, the character you would play was tied to your player number. So if you're player 1, you're always going to be Dempsey. If you're player 2, you're always going to be Nikolai. 3 is Takio, and 4 is Richtofen. And it's like that in BO1 as well, but only online. In solo, they randomized it, and in local play, like split screen, they randomized it. But if you play online, it's also set characters on BO1. Thank God I can get the fuck out of here. What do you think about ODST? Underrated, but not by a lot. Definitely underrated, but not that great either. Okay, there we go. Oh. Calm down, dogs. I need my ray gun. I'm not skipping that up. Hands for Shrek. Have you ever thought of playing indie games on your channel? I used to play a lot, and we've been playing Silksong lately. But, I'm generally only interested in indie games that are, like, particularly special. Other than that, and I'm fully transparent about this, might have something to do with just my standards being generally pretty high. I feel like 90% of the indie market is not worth playing. I play the exceptionally good stuff. Like, I played Hades on the channel, Cuphead, Hollow Knight, and Silksong. There are other indies that I enjoy playing in my free time that I've not, like, streamed or done videos for or anything. Like, I'm huge. I love Vampire Survivors. I love it. Halls of Torment, also great. A lot of indie shooters like Cultic, Amid Evil. Trying to think. A lot of indie, like, boomer shooters. That's a portion of the indie market that also has a lot of shit that's not worth playing. Like, still the majority of it's not worth it, but there are a lot of exceptional shooters coming out of the indie space. Herat, great. I loved that once it fully came out. I mean, I loved it when it was early access, but the full release was awesome. Like, really awesome. I don't dislike indie games, but I'm picky about games in general, indie or AAA. And it's not that Survivor 2 is particularly good. It's that Survivor 2 is associated with a lot of incredible games and got lumped into that whole, like, franchise 100% run. Why do people love the zombies mode so much? Because it is, like, genuinely the best wave-based PvE mode out there. And kind of took on its own unique identity away from the rest of Call of Duty as well. Where, like, if someone had never played Call of Duty World at War, you could just show them zombies gameplay, they would never think it's Call of Duty. Granted, if they weren't aware of, like, Call of Duty Zombies stuff, like the ray gun or just the way rounds and perks work and everything. Like, if someone had no context for it and you just showed them gameplay of zombies, they would never think it was Call of Duty. And even, like, as early as World at War, it kind of took on that unique identity of its own right away. and the art direction is exceptional. The sound design is crazy. They do their own music for the mode. Early on, they just did it through like the Easter egg songs. But later on in Zombies, they started doing like full cinematic soundtracks for every map. Like just for as you progress through the map, like certain themes play at certain moments and stuff. And the music team has always knocked it out of the park on Zombies. Like genuinely just insane quality soundtracks from the fucking PvE horde mode in Call of Duty. There are a lot of reasons that people, including me, love COD Zombies still. Why the fuck are we talking about sounding? Because I said that the sound design is exceptional, and he just went with sounding. Don't ask me.
20.
That was all him.
15. 10. 9. The door is open.
Richtofen would love sounding, to be honest. He definitely would. He's into some real freaky shit. He would absolutely be into sounding. There's no shot he isn't. Alright, I'm just gonna start. I have a ray gun, so we're just gonna start flying through spins here.
Now I got something fun to bring to the party. You will be giggling when I get through with you.
For a second, my brain actually just thought I could run like straight up, like as if there was a ramp or something right up to here. That was really odd. I don't know what came over me there. Ah, there we go. Finally. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. I like to live a little dangerously. Use the WaF on Der Reese, you know how it is.
When I find your master, I'm kicking his ass.
Have the same spirit as Mercenaries? Not exactly. Mercenaries is more, you try to score like as much as you can within a limited amount of time. Whereas Zombies is, depending on what you're trying to do, it can just be, because it's endless, it can just be going as long as you can as the difficulty scales with every round. It can be quest-based once the game starts to take on that identity, like later into BO1 it started. But really with like BO2, they started to go full in on quest-based stuff, where like there are objectives and Easter eggs and things to complete within the match. Per game progression is one of the most important things about Zombies. Like you start with literally nothing, but you get points for doing stuff, and you use those points to build yourself up to getting like the crazy powerful shit that I've got now. Very different from Mercenaries. If anything in Resident Evil is comparable to it, it would be the Nightmare mode in RE7's DLC.
Oh, this is too easy.
But if the Nightmare mode was endless, which it's not. But that kind of has the closest feel to something like this, I guess. Ah, I didn't hit anything.
How does it do that anyway?
And also with how unique like the stories and the settings and presentation and everything is in zombies. It's kind of like having that like very atmospheric presentation of a Resident Evil game, but in each individual map. BO7 is $70, and from the zombies news I've heard, I'm good. You're crazy. You just don't want to spend 90 for you. And that's okay. But I know that that's the reason you're hating, because you just don't want to spend the money. Can I buy Zombies standalone, or Zombies mode standalone? No, but like if you're on PC specifically, because this is different on consoles, like World at War here is I think $20 full price and comes with all the maps on PC nowadays if you just buy it for 20. I don't know why specifically World at War they made all the maps just included in the base game and only on the PC version, but they did. I still haven't played BO6 campaign. I'm not paying $90 for dollars, especially not on release. Fuck that. You did last year. I'm just saying. The COD kids wanting BF6 to be COD will go away. The thing is, too, like, BO7 is shaping up really well for zombies and multiplayer. So, a lot of the guys from the COD space who are like, nah, fuck COD, I'm out, right now are kind of going like, oh, shit. And you definitely, especially once the game is out and, like, word of mouth picks up, you're definitely going to see them migrate back to COD, even just this year. The price went up? What, from last year to this year, the price went up? That always happens, though. Yeah, but, like, particularly this year, BO7 is shaping up really well for both spaces. Like, the multiplayer beta, people loved. Like, the maps, people loved. They've gone back to non-skill-based matchmaking is going to be the default from this point on again. So, like, multiplayer crowd is eating. Zombies, we have the big launch map and a survival map coming right away. We have, like, the classic mode that, well, kind of classic mode. It's like a hybrid classic and new zombies with modifiers that you select when you start up a game based on what level of challenge you want. And then by completing quests within the challenge mode, you unlock new modifiers to play with in future games. So the zombies community right now is pretty on board. We just got our first look at season 1 that they put out already, even though the game isn't out, which is insane. But season 1 for BO7 is bringing 7 multiplayer maps. Just right away, season 1 is bringing 7 maps. I think they said like 6 new weapons. It's bringing a full-scale zombies map, and it's bringing 2 survival maps for zombies, all in one content drop that will be like 3 weeks after the base game launch. And they already announced all of that just because now with BF6 being out and them trying to shift focus back to them, they're like, we have this insane content drop. They are just trying to show it off immediately to get people interested again. And I sent it to False and I was like, yeah, that's absolutely the reason they're doing this, is to try to get attention back on them and away from Battlefield. And it's kind of working on me. Admittedly, it's working. At least as far as I'm concerned, it's working. I came here to pack a punch my ray gun, forgetting that we're on the newer spawn system again.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, I love the Doris Pap camo, man. I've given up on modern COD. That's the thing, though, dude. Like, everything that has characterized modern COD being a step back is stuff that they are ditching this year, which is why I'm suddenly, like, so positive on the game, right? Because I was pretty pessimistic about modern COD outside of zombies. I have been basically since Modern Warfare 2019. Like, it only took that one game to get me to that state. But now they're just walking back, like, everything that has made modern COD not enjoyable for the majority of fans. And they have my attention. It's working. They wanted it, they got it. Gives them room to take new steps in the wrong direction. It absolutely does. But I think at least just going back to before all of those missteps is a good starting point for me. They're letting their ego, or they've let their ego go too far. With EA, when BF22 or 2042 failed as hard as it did, they continued to work on it till they got to BF6. Didn't immediately drop it after a year to make a new game. I mean, I don't know why you say that as like they've let their ego go too far when Call of Duty has always been a yearly franchise. Like, that's not a new thing. It's been that way since the mid 2000s. There was 1 year that they didn't do a yearly release, and it was the year after Call of Duty 1 came out. And every year since, it has been yearly. Because even Call of Duty 2 only took them 2 years. Too big to fail? I feel like you could look at that as they've let their ego get too big, but like also, they're right. And they're kind of proving it right now. With like, this was the year that everyone was rooting for them to fail. And the game isn't even out for another 3 weeks or something like that. And they're already getting people back on board. Like, the game hasn't even come out yet, and they're getting people swinging back to their side. It made them change their approach. But they haven't failed. It maybe was a very ego-fueled comment. I won't disagree, but, like, they're right. BO4 campaign was so good. I love that they did just have a year with no campaign because they scrapped it. They have to change, otherwise they would have failed. Maybe so. But, like, they're not failing. And even then, I don't know if they would have. Like, I feel like they could have done the same thing and they wouldn't have. Because everyone's been complaining about the modern COD stuff for years. It's not new, like, this was the 1 year that we all started hating COD. Like, it's been that way. And they still were topping sales charts every year, except for, was it 23? 2023 was when Hogwarts Legacy came out. Yeah, 2023. And that was also MW3's year. And MW3 was a slow burn that picked up throughout the season. And COD always does fix up their failed games within the year, too. Like, even Vanguard got so much better Like, so significantly better over the course of its year with every update. The zombies didn't really get much better, but the multiplayer and Warzone absolutely did. Give me Snoop Dogg skin. You say that like we didn't love the Snoop Dogg skin when they added it.
That's what I call glowing chunks. Shit, running low on ammo. Shock it off. Awesome.
I forget how fast this room is. Jesus Christ. That should have chained more, but okay. I probably shouldn't have pulled that. The round is just about over.
Rack 'em up.
See, if I did this, we would have died on 14. True. That's currently unsafe due to piss poor protections. What, Vanguard? Vanguard is safe.
Freak dogs.
The older games aren't. But Vanguard is. Oh my god, and this game isn't safe because of the protections now. But holy shit, talk about fixing up a game throughout the year. World War II. Back in 2017, bro, that came out and it was a total stinker. Vanguard is? Yeah, anything MW19 and on is totally safe. Because that's when they revamped the protection protocols, was with MW19. So anything prior to that is generally unsafe unless you're like on PC with fixes. And anything after, anything MW19 and after is totally safe. It's the pre-MW19 protocols that were unsafe once people figured out how to exploit them. That's not what I was hearing a year ago. Anything you were hearing saying that Vanguard was unsafe was wrong. Because it is anything MW19 and newer is safe because they're all using the same system. Dudes were getting hacked in Cold War? I never heard any of that or saw any of that. It could have happened. I never heard anything about Cold War being unsafe, and it shouldn't have been unsafe. Uh-oh. Because if Cold War is unsafe, then the new ones are as well. They're all using the same system. When they overhauled like everything for Warzone and all that, that's when they used the new protocols, and they haven't changed them since. I remember people saying Cold War had issues. Really? Oh, no, not like this. I didn't hear anything about Cold War being unsecure. Saying some COD was now unsafe, but it was just nothing. Oh, like one of them that people were saying was unsafe wasn't, you mean? Because a lot of them are unsafe because of the older systems. Had cheats for BF6 before it launched. I mean, yeah, but we don't have rats and RCE on the newer COD engine. Because when we talk about the old games being unsafe, we're talking about that stuff, which is really different. Like you have to pretty severely fuck up for RCE to become an exploit. Like you have to have a massive lack in security for that, which hilariously COD always did, like up until 2019. But it's only unsafe for PC. Yes, these issues are only on the PC side. I mean, console side has its own, like, exploits that are there, but your console getting RCE'd is not a concern.
That'll keep him out for a sec.
Ow.
Oh yeah, bring it, motherfuckers! That was sweet!
I wish the trap just ended the round. That would have been nice. Still haven't, what's it? Needed to pack the WAF. I guess DDoS exists? Yeah. There are some things that can happen on console, but like, for stuff like that too, like RCE is done for the sake of profit a lot of the time. It can be done just out of anger, but typically it's because they're digging for shit in your system. But on the console side, like, DDoSing has always been a thing. Especially, like, bro, Xbox 360, you could get DDoSed off of, like, any game. Because developers just weren't putting in protections against stuff like that. At least not sufficient protections. There were some, they just weren't good. But, like, I never got DDoSed on console. And I played a lot of multiplayer games on console back then. Like, in the era where literally no multiplayer game was safe. And I was fine. I never got DDoSed on anything. You had to, like, piss someone off to start getting DDoSed or something like that. Uh-oh. Oh my god, I swerved too hard to the right. No, I saw that coming. I'll take 29 under Reese. I've done worse. I got DDoSed on DayZ. I pissed someone off. One person who got caught blatantly during the BF6 beta, the main way of deflecting criticism was just straight up calling people bigots. Are you talking about Riley? Because that's... I've loved that whole situation because I remember looking at it and being like, that's a cheat. And so many people, like, even in my chat, were like, no, it's not. They're just part of, like, the aiming community, right? And I was like, no, they're cheating. They have to be. And then the Carl video came out and he was like, no, they're just an aimer. And I'm like, no. Because I know about the aiming community. Like, I'm familiar with it. But the whole thing with the aiming community is that almost always they are incredibly, like, it looks like cheating in the aim trainers, but then it doesn't really translate to gameplay, which is where I immediately was like, this can't be right. But the main form of deflection with Riley wasn't people being bigots, because some people were, and people would get called out if they were, but that wasn't like the main form of deflection on the cheating. The main form of deflection on the cheating was like, no, I'm part of the aiming community. Like, I do this in aim trainers. This is literally like my whole thing. And that's what 99% of people with them and what they themselves were running with as the main defense. The only people who got called bigots were the people who specifically made it about Riley being trans, which a lot of people did, to be fair. There was a lot of like, oh, of course, this would be the person cheating. There was a good bit of that. That whole situation was crazy, though. Who the fuck is Riley? A streamer who was cheating on BF6. Like, very blatantly aim hacking on BF6. And who was part of the, what's it? the aiming community, which a lot of people in my chat when I talked about this when it was happening didn't even know. They were like, wait, the aiming community is a thing? And yeah, it's a community of people who literally like shoot for
baby boy. I'm not. I'm playing Mass Effect.
Shoot for records in like aim trainers. Like their whole, and they just play aim trainers as like their main game. They just shoot for that, like absolute perfection in that. Everything points to it being legit. She admitted to cheating and got banned. She admitted it and is banned from the game now, and from like aim community record sites and stuff like that. That's just not even true. Where'd you hear that? That is true. It's a more recent thing, but it is true. I think it happened like a month ago-ish. I don't know. My sense of time is bad, but it is more recent. They did admit it and got banned, like full banned off of like community leaderboard sites and Battlefield and all that. Because there was the temp ban on Battlefield, like back when it was all first going down. But yeah, but it ended up being true. It was cheating. And it was another one of the, what's it? The parts of like people now really hating Carl Jobs. That was just part of it as well. It was one of the points of like, yeah, he got that wrong too. Like went to bat over this in multiple videos. And then just ended up being wrong. Not even aim assist is that good? No. It genuinely, like, it was pretty clear, but then the aim community thing kind of put off a lot of people and made a lot of people, like, start really looking in and being like, no, this could happen if they were a proficient aimer. Because she was having issues with the servers. No, her main account is banned. Like, more recently, the main account got banned. There was the temp ban during the beta, and I know that's what you're thinking of, but like more recent development, she's banned. Literally, it wasn't. I'm not talking about during the beta. I'm talking about like a few weeks ago. However long ago. Hold on. It's Riley CS, right? Is it like underscore or CS underscore? Yeah, hold on. Oh. It's gone, but they've stopped posting. Hold on. Hold on. Am I thinking of a different person? Am I getting these two incidents confused? I might be. I might actually be getting these confused. Because now I can't find it. They did stop tweeting, though. Like, right after the BF6 launch. But I can't... I might be thinking of something else. Who is this you're looking for? I was looking for Riley, but I think I might be getting it confused with another AIM community thing. Like another aimer that recently got caught cheating. I might be confusing two different things. Because to be fair, the AIM community has had a total shit show like this year, and has had a lot of people admit to cheating. Hold on, who am I thinking of? Because I know that at least something like that happened recently. But apparently I'm getting them confused. Did get banned during the beta, but switched to an alt. No, there was an issue during the beta if you were playing through the EA launcher. And because she didn't switch to an alt, she switched to her Steam account. But a lot of people ran it as her account got banned and needed to switch to an alt. But she was on the same account, just playing on Steam instead. And if you play on Steam on Battlefield 6, it displays your Steam name instead of your EA name, even though the accounts are linked. Like, I play on Steam, and it has my EA account linked, but it displays my Steam name in-game. I can't find who it was. I swear there was another aimer, but no, it's not Riley. I'm getting something confused. But trying to search for, like, what's it? Aim community cheater just pulls up Riley. It doesn't pull up anything else. It's all people still debating about that. You know, the alt account thing was not true. I do remember that one. RE7 vid's awesome. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I appreciate it.
Still hungry?
Ow. It's hard to keep track of all the controversial shit happening with streamers. It is. Like, just last night, there was the big, like, literally as I was going to bed, all of this started going down, and I was intrigued, so I ended up not even trying to sleep for like 30 minutes after I went to bed. There was all the shit that dropped last night about Mizkif and him being like incredibly abusive and shit. There's been a lot, like, just this year. Last year was kind of like that too. Oh god, not Mizkif. Yeah. He's pretty much done, because even for a while, people were, like, I saw people talking about, like, why does no one collab with him anymore? It's kind of weird that he was so connected with everyone in the space, like, down in Texas, because there's a lot of streamers living in Texas. No, not the guy, not the deepfake guy. That was, Mickle, help me out. Mickle knows. Mickle knows who it was. I can picture his face. I can't think of his name. Because he wasn't necessarily huge on his own, but he was like a friend of Ludwig. Atrioc, thank you. Yes, that was Atrioc. I was like, I see his face. I just can't remember what his name was. But no, Mizkif, it just came out like late last night, like I said, as I was going to bed, that he and like a huge female streamer named Emaru were dating for a long ass time, like secretly, off the record sort of thing. And he was insanely abusive to her, and she left. And after that happened, like, everyone in the Texas streaming space cut him off because they were all like, whoa, what the fuck? And so he started streaming like only on his own, and his numbers started going down, you know, slowly as you just lose all those collabs. And she came out last night because she was going to just talk about the Twitch thing, but she ended up basically just going like, yeah, while I'm on the topic with the Twitch thing, let me also drop this because I went through this year and this also sucked. Because she left him early this year. I think it was like January or February. I don't remember exactly. I was very tired trying to look through it because it caught my attention. But yeah, it ended up being that's why like all the other streamers who collabed with him so frequently just suddenly dropped him like all at once. He was very abusive. Big piece of shit. But yeah, the Atrioc thing was crazy. Like, deep faking porn of your friends is insane. That is genuinely it's so crazy to be gooning to just the people that you casually hang out with and don't have any sort of relationship with. He was part of OTK. He started OTK. He was like the founder of it. Yeah, I knew you meant Mizkif, not Atrioc. I don't know if he was the founder, but I know he was there right from the start and was like the biggest name who was involved in starting it, at the very least. I don't know. I haven't done well keeping up with like streamer drama and shit at all because I kind of just stopped caring. But what's it? That one last night caught my attention just because it was a name that I know from when I was like still big into the streaming culture and everything. I was like, oh shit, Mizkif? He was like top of Twitch a few years ago, like absolute top. So that one stood out to me. But other than that, like I really don't keep up with any of it anymore.
Jeez.
Molotovs. I don't even need the max. Son of a bitch. This box. And I called it that they were dating. You did. Although every time you said that was after they broke up, apparently, but you did call it. You were right. Just every time that you said it to me was apparently after the fallout. Springfield. I'm good. Cow Chop. Cow Chop was also... That was a disaster of a downfall. The Springfield twice in a row. Thank you, Box. Thank you, Mystery Box. Oh my god, dude. Jesus Christ. Oh, I swapped once instead of twice. Oh my god. I killed myself. What the fuck was all that? What did I just do? I kept swapping like one extra time. I, at some point, accidentally... Hold on, I have to respond to something real quick. Fewer and fewer rounds. Hey. Soon you'll only last to like 2? To be fair, I was playing Doris. I should open my window too. It's fucking hot in here because that sun is so bright. I feel like I'm roasting with how bright the sun is, just shining right into my room. The cow chop collapse was insane. It really was. It was just so fast. You play customs at all? I used to play a lot of customs, but I don't play zombies as much as I used to. So I really haven't been able to keep up with it very well.
Sweet.
I've played some of like the, I guess, larger scale BO3 projects in like the last couple years, but I haven't been able to keep up a lot. Like the last big thing I played was the Call of the Dead remaster. Still better than telling me they weren't dating at all. It's true.
What a shot!
You did call it though. You were right. I think everyone kind of thought it at one point, but was like, no, surely, like if they were, then after a certain amount of time not talking about it, they would have like announced it, right? Like how we did. You know, like I think everyone at some point thought it, but then was like, no. No, it's been long enough that surely we would have heard. But apparently they were together for like a while and then just never announced it. Don't backtrack it. I'm not backtracking it. I'm just saying, like, I think everyone kind of thought it, but then assumed it wasn't the case just because they never said anything, like even after, you know, a year plus went by. Because it's normal as a creator to not mention it for like a few months to a year, depending on size, varying amounts of time, and just personal level of comfort with it. But they just never mentioned it, so people were like, no. No, it couldn't be. Surely they would have said it by now. It's probably a good thing they didn't. Considering how it all played out, probably a good thing that they didn't announce it and then have to announce that they weren't together at the point of all that shit going down. Because what a shit show. Some creators are like that, though. It's true. That is true. Ever since he backed up that one essay sit. Yeah, it kind of... He was known to be a bit rough around the edges for a bit because of, like, a few things. But none of which were, like... you know, like career enders. They were all like, ooh, that's not great. They were all like things that on a personal level, like from individual to individual, you would have varying amounts of like, I just don't fuck with this guy because of this. But this is the one thing that's like, oh no. Like, pretty much everyone with stuff like this is gonna be like, nah, fuck that guy. Like, this is a career ender. I don't have Jug. You're right, the rounds do keep going down. I thought I had Jug because of the last game. No, you're right. They keep going down. It's true. The Wilbur Soot thing was weird. I don't know a whole lot about that because I heard about it through False and then looked into it a bit. The biting thing. Gotta do the third person glitch. Oh, fuck.
Great. Power's out.
The stream delay makes it so that as soon as it pops up is like right after I could do it. I wonder if it'll work on plutonium, though. Ever tried any World at War maps? I played a lot back, like, before BO3 was out.
Stay there.
BO3 Customs, I mean. But once BO3 took over, I never really went back to World at War Customs much.
That hurt.
Mainly just because, generally speaking, World at War Customs aren't, like, my style of map. If that makes sense. There you are. Ah, shit. She bit her, and she didn't want it, and he still did it. And did it hard, is the gist. No, I thought it was that she was, like, fine with it. Like, she had no issue with it, even though it wasn't, like, necessarily her thing. But she, like, let him do it. But then he started to bite, like, really hard. And she was like, hey, that hurts, don't do that. You can bite, but don't bite me hard to where it hurts. And he was like, oh, yeah, I'm sorry, I won't. I don't mean to do that. But then he kept doing it, and he kept doing it harder and harder. And he was, like, drawing blood doing it. And she kept being like, you need to stop. And he was like, no. Well, he wasn't like, no. He would say that he would, but then he just wouldn't. Like, next time he would just do it again. Yeah, he very intentionally wanted to see her in pain. Yeah, that was the issue, was that he was intentionally hurting her with it, even though she was saying not to. At least that's how I remember it. I remember it being that he kept, like, really biting hard. Like, she was bleeding from it. And she would say stop, and he would be like, okay, I will. And then he just next time would do it again. And then, yeah, the fact that his mom, like, came out to talk about it and was just like, yeah, this is a thing that he does. What? What do you, why? Why does anyone just know about this as like, oh yeah, that's just a thing he does? And B, why is it your mom?
Sweet.
What? Oh yeah, and he would do it, that's right, he would do it in front of people too. I forgot, bro, this was such a weird thing. I can't even aim anymore because I'm so distracted by it. This was such a weird thing that he would do it like at parties in front of people and shit too. Ugh, it's weird. It's so weird. Maybe it's a non-sexual and he just does it to people he loves. No, because she described it as like, you know, he would bite, but it started out like normal, like it was like gentle, you know, it wouldn't even be painful at all. But then progressively he kept pushing it further and further. It was apparently the thing with it. Bro is a walker. I think it's a mental thing. I don't think it is. Like, I really don't. And then his response was basically like, yeah, I didn't mean to. I've just, you know, I just bite. And I didn't mean to do it. I don't know. Like, I get that you might be a bit partial to this in certain ways, but like, no, this seemed pretty shitty. Like, really shitty. Why did I not get an alert for the raid? Thank you for the raid, Ryden. How's it going? No special. Yeah, I don't know why the alert didn't play. I have an alert set for it. I don't know why it didn't play. the fuck are we talking about? I think it was Mickle or False mentioned the Wilbur Soot thing from a while back, where he was like biting his girlfriend really fucking hard for no reason, and she kept asking him to stop, and he kept doing it. The man was hungry. Clearly. I think he made COD zombie sounds while doing so, actually. Probably. That's how I imagine it. You're welcome. I totally forgot about this until you brought it up, but I remember that just being like, I don't even care about this person. This is just so bizarre. Because he's a Minecraft guy, right? Wasn't he part of like Dreams group? I don't know. I'm not even confident on that, but I think that's where he blew up. So I was like, I hardly even know who this person is, but this whole thing is just so strange. Like, I need to know. Dream SMP and music guy. Okay, it was Dreams thing. Dreams group. I know nothing of him, just the situation. Yeah, I thought he was a friend of Dreams. I thought he was part of that group. And yes, Minecraft YouTubers just consistently being the worst ever. There's something about it, man. That game brings the worst out of people. Or maybe he was making Minecraft zombie sounds. That could be true. Now that I think about it, that must have been it. It must have been Minecraft zombie sounds. Dreams group went the way of the dodo. Bro, now that you say it, like, all of them did. Like, I haven't heard a single thing about any of them in years. I feel like that was the last time I heard something about any one of them. There we go. Kind of early, like to the point where it's gonna feel awkward. But there, my flamethrower. Had Dream as a top artist on his Spotify Wrapped. Dream makes music? Do they all make music? Oh, the song, the meme song. I forget. He did make music. Yeah. I knew that too. He had the song. That's what the mask is. I knew that he made music. I just forgot. Still better than KSI? I don't know, to be honest. Or where is it? Oh. There's two? I remember them talking shit about the Vanoss group and how they wouldn't end up that way like Mini Lad. Only to be worse as a whole. Yeah, that did age poorly. I never heard that, but that definitely aged poorly. The Vanoss group still does well, though. For the most part. There were the couple of them that got like filtered out, like Mini Lad. But they still are around and pulling consistent views, not like they did before. Just kind of because the landscape of YouTube has changed so much. But plenty of views with the current monetization structure of YouTube, more than enough to make a very comfortable amount of money.
Still hungry? Stay dead this time.
YouTubers should stay away from music. It's probably true. Some just disappeared from YouTube as a whole. I remember hearing, was it Moo retired? Like just from YouTube, like he just quit YouTube. Hold on. I was gonna look up like the trap. My sixth sense from years back just kicked in there. Like I was totally distracted and my brain was just like, it's off. And it was. I turn around and it's off. That was, I still got it. It's still there, just baked deep into my brain somewhere. Oh, didn't retire, but he stepped back from full time. Okay. Here, Nogla. Yeah, he still posts and gets less views than I thought, but still plenty to make a comfortable living. I thought he got more than that, but that's still plenty. And I think he has multiple channels now too. I don't know if he still manages other channels, but I know at one point he did have like 3 different channels. So if that's only the views on his main one, then yeah, he's definitely fine. Oh, Joji is an exception, that's true. That is true. Droid hasn't posted in 4 years. Why? We need Droid. It is really awkward at this round. The spawn rate is just so slow. I can manage. It's just not great. I was gonna say, I thought I heard one at the far window. I never really watched Filthy Frank. I did when I was a kid. I don't know what that says about me, but I did. we take a little kaboom action? Who didn't watch Filthy Frank and How to Basic? I watched How to Basic too. Who was it lately who came into chat and was, when he came up once, and was like, didn't it come out that How to Basic is Michael from Vsauce? I was like, there's no way that those two are the same person. There's no fucking shot. That was a joke video they did. Yeah, we ended up finding out that's what it was. But I remember just being like, there's no way in hell that those two are the same person.
Son of a bitch! Stupid undead bastard!
I could never believe such a thing. I watched a ton that I had no reason to watch at the age I was. Me too. I go back and look at like the old Vanoss like clips, the compilations of them. And I'm like, bro, so much of this went over my head. I occasionally fall back down the rabbit hole with those guys. They're still fucking funny. Like really funny, genuinely. Achievement Hunter was crazy. Achievement Hunter was awesome. Oh no. Oh no. Haha! World at War bullshit. Mikkel was about to cheer. He was about to shout from the rooftops. But I know my World at War bullshit. It's time. I'll take 15. We lose another one today. Close call. Could have been a funny death, but I pulled that out of my ass. The good old prone trick. It just works. Anyway, it is about that time. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy and you haven't done so already, feel free to go ahead and leave a sub, follow, whatever. Come back another time. We're doing this. We're doing all sorts of other stuff, like, what am I doing? I do this on occasion. On occasion. I thought we had an hour left of stream. I forgot. Yeah, daylight savings in Europe. My bad. Sorry, I'm doing Resident Evil. Other things, surely. Yakuza. Metal Gear, Ace Combat. I'm doing a lot of stuff. Come back for any of it. I'm also playing Silksong. A little bit. Not so subtle foreshadowing. Anyway. Also, if you enjoyed, leave a like on YouTube. Algorithm helps boost it. You know how that goes. Thank you if you've done so already. Thank you for about to do so. If you're looking for anything else outside of Twitch or YouTube to engage with the community, check out links in the description below on YouTube or on Twitch. They're on the channel page. They're in chat commands. Things like Twitter, Discord server, whatever. Those are all there. Other than that, though, once again, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope to see you always back here next time. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Thank you for coming to the stream, and goodbye.